안녕하세요. 도형킴입니다. 오늘은 더쇼 21 프랜차이즈 모드 첫 번째 게임 뉴욕 매치 대 워싱턴 내셔널스 경기를 방송해드리겠습니다.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Opening night here in this brand new season between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. Max Scherzer gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this ought to be fun to watch in this one here today. A guy with over 2,000 career strikeouts. Think about it. He knows how to get swings and misses, and he knows how to paint the corners. Hopefully, he'll bring some of that in this one here, and he should be fun to watch.
Now to the plate, Jeff McNeil. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
포심 슬라이더, 체인지업, 커터, 커브.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a called strike one, and a new season of baseball is underway. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And he fouls this one off. A cool 47 degrees tonight at first pitch.
확실히 빠르네요.
Hit out towards second. And the throw by Castro takes care of him for the first out. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Francisco Lindor is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
한번 큰 거 노려보겠습니다.
Not the best changeup there, an easy take.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for
하나
some
기다려보죠.
he's looking to do damage.
And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking you deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Now here's the first offering. Dominic Smith comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Past
하나
battles with
놓쳤습니다.
Scherzer, he's 0 for 11. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Set to deliver the 0-1. Fouled off. Lindor, base runner at first with 1 out.
오,
And a check swing
그렇지.
here, appeal down to third, but Matthew Ross says he held up, ball 1.
잘 참았어.
And the yank just foul.
Put that in a memory bank.
아깝네요.
First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't
투투.
take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make
한번
it difficult for the
런앤트를
opposing pitcher.
걸었습니다.
He's running. Pitch is high. The throw.
오 마이 갓.
Tags
Ah.
there, and Gomes gets him trying to steal second base.
A lot of times, if a guy is going, it's going to be on the first couple of pitches, but he waited it out that time. Didn't matter, though. A good catch and throw, and they nabbed him at second.
호수의 등구가 워낙 정확했습니다. 2-3 풀 카운트.
Scherzer into the windup. Here it comes on 3-2. Big swing.
잘
And this
쳤는데.
one's launched to right field and deep.
근데요?
Going back is the right fielder.
넘어갑니다.
And that ball will stay fair, and it's
예.
gone. A home run.
아, 이렇게 되면
A
린도
solo
죽은
shot
게
down
너무
the line in
아쉽네요.
right. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, after a long winter and a grueling spring, everyone is anxious to get the season started, but to start it off with a home run, there's no
낮은
better way
공은
to get your
그대로
campaign underway. He was rounding the bases thinking, hey, this is
걷어
going to be a good
올립니다.
year.
아,
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso.
First baseman.
As he'll take a look at ball 1. Two out, nobody on. Hit sharply on the ground. Scooped up. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired.
그러나 1회 도미닉 스미스의 솔로 홈런.
Bottom of the first coming up. It's 1-0 Mets.
매치가 앞서갑니다.
So now into the box is Trey Turner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading off
first.
for Washington, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
Here it comes. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Smith will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1.
Batting second, the third baseman.
And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. Giro, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Now to bat, Luis Garcia. First pitch on its way.
Everything this guy throws is hard.
저걸
That changeup
잡아주네요.
he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heater.
The windup and the 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. DeGrom has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that.
In this day and age of smaller ballparks, the ball's lively, the bats are harder. This guy does a great job of keeping the ball in the ballpark. And one of the keys, he's not predictable. He'll throw his off-speed pitches behind an account. He's really difficult to sit on just one pitch.
Count is 1-2 now.
몸쪽 슬라이더
Into
하나
the windup
던져보겠습니다.
and the pitch. Bat explodes as this is on the ground to third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And now a pitch on the way. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And this is going to be a foul ball. The next 1-2 pitch. And a fastball
그렇지.
blew it right by him, and they're two
삼진.
down.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks
몸쪽으로
so inviting to hit.
싹
It's
붙이는
awfully tough to put in play.
디그로브입니다. 후안 소토죠.
Juan
조심해야
Soto to
될
the plate now.
타자입니다.
As he'll take a changeup here for strike one. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away.
작년에 정말 잘했네요.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Now this pitcher's feeling the flow right now. 2 outs in the first inning. He's got really nice mechanics working right now and blew that fastball right by him.
Just hung in there on that one.
공을 컨택을 해내네요. 바깥쪽 떨어지는 체인지업. 하나 던져봅니다.
And the
그렇지.
inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Mets out in front, 1-0. All set for the start of the inning, and up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. They'll start the second with a curveball that's taken here for ball 1.
아, 노리는 코스로 왔는데 파울 됐습니다.
The 1-1. Scherzer, a 36-year-old veteran. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency
워싱턴한테는
he's
좀
shown since the
판정이
first broke
박하네요.
in.
Yeah, Matty, no kidding right there. I'll tell you what, the grind to get to the big leagues is so hard. Guys just want to spend a month, a day in the big leagues. So to put yourself here for 12 years screams to your ability to adjust and be a great teammate.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time. Is looked at and the count
아하, 잘
moves
봤어요.
forward.
He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Hits it high and deep
잘
out to
쳤는데?
center field. Robles is
아.
back on it. On the warning track,
뻗질
he
못하네요.
makes the catch.
Batting 6.
So here's how the Washington Nationals are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Yan Gomes, catcher. Calls a really good game. Pitchers seem to love throwing to this guy. And don't get it twisted, he can run into a 3-run homer as well.
J.D. Davis the next to bat. As Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1. Past battles with Scherzer, he brings a 4 for 12 line. Called strike 0-2. Well hit the other way,
그렇지.
and it's
잘
into the
쳤습니다. 1루까지 갈 수
First, he's
있습니다.
digging for second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and towering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
So here's Brandon Nimmo as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Davis, the runner at second with 1 away. 2 balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
아,
One of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
And there are 2 away now.
Batting eighth, the catcher, number 33.
And stepping in, James McCann, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch, and it's fouled away. He's set. The 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. Hit on the ground
아,
to third.
3루
Fielded cleanly.
땅볼이네요.
Over to first, and that retires the side. Mets leave 1. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Now at the plate here is Kyle Schwarber. In previous duels with DeGrom, just a 1 for 9.
Kyle Schwarber.
First pitch on the way. Slider finds the zone for a strike. Schwarber is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his path.
A swing and a ground ball to third. Davis has got it.
Ah.
And a desperation throw there, but it's way late as he got himself an infield single.
Batting
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's
시프트의
standpoint. But nice
실패입니다.
execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman. Nobody out, runner on first. Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down.
아, 잘 봤습니다.
Lays off 2-2 now.
공을 바꿔달라고 하는 디그롬이죠.
From the stretch. And he fouls this one off. A runner at first with no outs here. Got him.
결국은 삼진
Got him with a
잡아냅니다.
good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good
How
high
about-
hard fastball.
Alonso is there. 2 down.
Batting seventh, the catcher, Yan Gomes.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. In previous duels with DeGrom, he's gone 3 for 4. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches.
Well, leave
그렇지.
it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the
던지는
inning.
맛이 있네요.
Clearly enjoying their time here at the ballpark, as are we. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Jacob DeGrom, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
DeGrom.
skied into straightaway right. Schwarber is there, one away.
Now batting, number 6.
So here's Jeff McNeil. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First offering on its way.
Yep, that ball went out.
One out, nobody on. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now here's the pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike. Nope, that's inside.
Francisco Lindor is on deck. The 3-1.
아, 타자의 가운데 좀 망설였어요.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Pulled high in the air out to right field.
다시 한번
Long
큰데요.
run for the right fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to
잡힙니다.
record the second out.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
Next to hit is Francisco Lindor. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Scherzer looks in. Here it comes. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning
와,
is over.
이렇게
Mets go
바로
down
들어올지
1-2-3,
몰랐네.
but they hold a 1-0 lead. Victor Robles digging in now as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The center fielder.
Now here's the first offering. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
아, 메칸
The pitcher,
좋은 수비를 보여줍니다.
Scherzer.
Next to dig in, Max Scherzer. First delivery to him.
Ball, that's it.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the
그래,
easy outs. And
가운데
this is
쳐.
certainly one of them.
Popped him up. Lindor onto the grass. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The batter, number 7.
The speedy
Shortstop.
Trey Turner digs in now. It was a flyout for him to start the home first. Now here it comes. Swing and a
그렇지.
miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Hey, make no mistake
몸쪽으로.
about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Fouled off. In under the hands with a
하고
fastball. It's 1-2.
바깥쪽으로 승부 하나
Bases are
하면은
empty here with 2 men out.
참기 힘듭니다, 이거.
To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail this one 1-0. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring up the left-handed bat of Dominic Smith.
He turned around that fastball and drove it out of the park in his previous at-bat, so there's got to be a good chance they mix it up right here on him and try and go off speed.
Now a swinging bunt. Set to deliver the 0-1.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of
공
every
좋네요.
hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2.
쉽지
It's just
않습니다,
about
지기가.
every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. Ready with another 0-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
So here's Pete Alonso. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone cold take.
Hit in the air to
그렇지.
center
잘
field.
쳤어.
Robles is on his horse. He can't
안타.
get to it. This one's down.
Now batting, right fielder, Michael Conforto.
To the plate now, Michael Conforto. Lifted into center field. Robles waits on
아,
it.
정면으로
He
가네요.
hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
아쉽습니다.
The batter, the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. First offering on its way. Lofted in the air out to right field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Mets strand 1, but they lead it 1-0. And now Luis Garcia, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The third baseman, Luis.
Now here's the pitch.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
Ball, that's upstairs.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
2 balls and a strike.
2 balls.
One of my
1
pet
strike.
peeves in the game. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. You're all over the heater. How are you late on that fastball?
Ball even at 2-2. Oh, and they pull the
그렇지.
string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to set him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
A dive, and he knocks it down. And there is some
아,
stick to it
알론조의
as they
좋은
still
수비가
manage
나옵니다.
to get the out at first. What a play.
Well, if you're going to bobble the ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
2 down, no one on base, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber. Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled away. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Nationals. And a curveball taken for
저걸
strike 2.
잡아주네요.
And strike 3 called as he says, "You got to be kidding me," with the side retired. Nationals gone in order. They still trail 1-0. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
That evens it up 1-1. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. And it's fouled away. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Well, you don't
풀카운트.
see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Hard hit to the
아,
left side,
유격수
but taking it
정면입니다.
out there, it's short. Right place, right time, and the leadoff man's gone to start the 5th.
McCann.
Now at the plate is James McCann. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the AB now. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
The 1-1. Taken, strike 2.
아,
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality
좋네요,
right down the
슬라이더.
middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
1 run on 3 hits and no errors on the Mets line score so far. 2-2 to the Mets catcher. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
So now to the plate, Jacob deGrom, as he sends it on the ground to first.
그렇지.
And that is
다.
through into right field for a single.
Wow, I'm not sure how.
아, 에러로 주네요. 조시벨의 에러.
Might have been thinking about throwing the ball before he actually caught it. The game moves fast.
좀
but
수비가
you have to do one
아니했죠.
thing at a time.
에러 맞네요. 어쨌든 찬스가 또 왔습니다.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn.
잘
Now here's the ball
쳤는데
hit high and deep to straightaway
큽니다.
right field.
커요.
And goodbye.
그렇지.
This one ain't coming back.
넘어갑니다.
A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
이거거든요.
When you're facing an elite starter, you know runs are going to be at a premium. I don't know if this shakes the starter's confidence, but you know what it does? It certainly boosts the confidence of the guys in your lineup.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. And he fouls this one off. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Scherzer's ready. Here it comes. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in
돌았다는
time.
판정.
No, strike 2, says the third base umpire. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Ball inside.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-0 New York. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Thank you, Heidi. Josh Bell the next to hit. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can tell in between innings, the veterans in that dugout going up and down the line, trying to keep this lineup from getting super frustrated. They just have to find a way to piece it together. Maybe pass the baton, get some wheels in motion, maybe get aggressive on the base paths if they can get somebody on.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So here's Starlin Castro. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ball 1.
That's out.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
A ball and a strike.
Hey, be on the lookout right here. Usually when a pitcher drops in a curveball for a strike looking, now he'll try and throw it in the dirt, get you to fish a little bit. I want to see where he goes here.
Hit on the ground toward the left.
아, 잘 잡았죠?
On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home 5th.
Now batting, catcher, Yan. Go.
So next to bat will be Yan Gomes. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
아, 잘 던졌는데 이걸 참아내네요.
Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Still down 3-0. New inning set to get underway, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Dominic Smith.
Dominic